Now moving towards our next topic, that is the equilibrium constant and its units. Equilibrium constant may have a unit or may not have units. That depends on the concentration terms that are derived from a balanced chemical equation. If equilibrium constant have units, then those units are expressed in mole per decimeter cube or mole per liter. Here are some steps that are used to determine the units for equilibrium constant. Step 1 is that we have to write an equilibrium constant expression for that balanced chemical equation, and we have practiced writing this equilibrium constant expression in our second lecture. So in steps 2 we will just write the units of concentration for each species. Like we will be writing units of concentration for all the reactants present within the reaction mixture as well as for all the products. And in the third step we will just simplify that expression. We will learn these concepts by attempting certain numericals and examples. So we have an example in which we have to determine the equilibrium constant for this reaction in which hydrogen and iodine reacts to form hydrogen iodide. So now first step is that we have to write equilibrium constant expression, and we know that for writing equilibrium constant expression, products are written in the numerator and the reactants are written in the denominator. So this is our first step, and you may notice that here the Hi is written in the numerator and H2 and I2 are written in the denominator. Hi is being raised to power 2 because here 2 is a coefficient with the chemical substance Hi. Now we know that this, what does the square bracket means? What actually square bracket means? Square bracket means that the concentration is being expressed in mole per decimeter cube. So this means that the concentration unit for Hi would be mole per decimeter cube. Same is the case for H2 and the I2. So we will just write the concentration units for all these species. This is the concentration unit for Hi, this is the concentration unit for hydrogen, and this is the concentration unit for iodine. Now see that here the concentration unit for Hi is being raised to the power 2 because here the concentration term for Hi is being raised to power 2. So this means that mole concentration term mole per decimeter cube power 2 is equal to mole decimeter cube multiplied by mole decimeter cube. So we will be writing it separately, and now we may see that this mole per decimeter cube concentration unit gets cancelled by this mole per decimeter cube concentration unit. This mole per decimeter cube concentration gets cancelled by this mole per decimeter cube concentration unit. So this means that for this reaction Kc has no units, right? So this is how the units are determined. Now we will move towards another example in which N2O4 is being decomposed into NO2. Now first step is that we will write the equilibrium constant expression for this. This is how an equilibrium constant expression is written for this reaction. NO2 is the product here, and concentration term for NO2 is being raised to power 2 because here 2 moles of NO2 are present, and the concentration of N2O4 is written in the denominator because it is a reactant. So in step 2 we will be writing the concentration units for each species. Now you may notice that we wrote the concentration unit term for NO2, concentration unit term for N2O4. Concentration unit term for NO2 is being raised to power 2 because of the presence of 2 as a power here. Now we will be just simplifying this equation. This mole per decimeter cube will cancel one of the concentration unit in the numerator. So now After simplification, we get the units as mole per decimeter cube. So for this equation, equilibrium constant has units mole per decimeter cube. Now we will be attempting another example in which nitrogen NO reacts with O2 to form NO2. Now in this case we have NO2 as a product and a nitric oxide and oxygen molecule as a reactant. So we will first write equilibrium constant expression. In the first step we wrote equilibrium constant expression, then we will be writing the concentration units for each species. The concentration unit for this species will be raised to power 2 because here power 2 is present with this concentration term. Similarly, concentration unit for this species will also be raised to power 2, right? So moving towards step 2, this is how the concentration units are incorporated within the square bracket. Now we will just simplify it. This concentration term gets unit get cancelled with this concentration unit. We are left with this unit only. So you may observe that here this means 1 over mole per decimeter cube. So when this mole will come in the numerator, it gets changed into per mole, and when this per decimeter cube gets into the numerator, it gets changed into decimeter cube. So now the units for this equilibrium constant becomes per mole decimeter cube, or you may write decimeter cube per mole as well. Now moving towards another example in which nitrogen and oxygen reacts together to form nitric oxide. So in this example, you may notice that in the first step we wrote the equilibrium constant expression. Equilibrium constant expression shows that the concentration term for nitric oxide is written in the numerator because it is a product. Concentration terms for nitrogen and oxygen are written in the denominator because they are the reactants. After that, in the step 2, concentration units for each species were written, and after writing the concentration units, we just simplified it, and all the concentration units gets cancelled. So this means that this equation has no units. Now in the second example, hydrogen and carbon dioxide reacts to form water and carbon monoxide. In the step 1, we wrote the equilibrium constant expression. In the step 2, we just incorporated the concentration units for each species. All the concentration units gets cancelled. So this means that this reaction has no units for the equilibrium constant. Same is the case for next moving towards another example in which PCl5 is being decomposed into PCl3 and Cl2. Now in the first step we are writing the equilibrium constant expression, then again we put the concentration units in the step 2, and one concentration unit get cancelled with this concentration unit. We are left with mole per decimeter cube. So this means that this is equilibrium constant unit for this reaction. The same is the case for this example. There is the formation of methanol from hydrogen gas and carbon monoxide. We first wrote the equilibrium constant expression, then incorporated the equilibrium constant units within the concentration terms, and after simplifying we get 1 over mole per decimeter cube raised to power 2. So when that moles came in the numerator, it becomes per mole, and per decimeter cube becomes decimeter cube, or you may write this as decimeter cube per mole raised to power 2. So this is how the equilibrium constant units are determined, and I hope that you must have learned this method, and start practicing it again and again, so that it gets incorporated in your mind, and it doesn't become difficult for you if any kind of reaction comes before you, so to determine the units of equilibrium constant. So this is all for today. We will be moving towards our next topic, next and last topic in our final lecture video. Thank you for being with me. Keep practicing.